My name is Partisa Jamasbi from PayPal, and I'm talking about the invisible character set that silently killed the rollback plan for us from MySQL 8 to MySQL 5.7. I'm working with PayPal for more than 12 years. I'm managing the MySQL for 3 different business units for Zoom, PayPal, and Hyperwallet. And the problem was we wanted to upgrade to MySQL 8, but we wanted to have the rollback plan. Without the rollback plan, we couldn't make to move forward. We had to have a rollback plan. And the application was using the connector J9, and we wanted to make sure that MySQL 5.7 has the live replica that we can do the rollback. Okay, as soon as we fail over to MySQL 8 and the replication started to 5.7, replication broke. Replication didn't work. And we wanted to know why, and we are trying to solve that issue. This is the architect of our application. Java goes to the connector, goes to the proxy SQL, goes to MySQL 8, and then we wanted to go back to the data go back to MySQL 5.7 for rollback. There you go. As soon as we promote the MySQL 8, the replication, we back the replication to 5.7, and replication broke with the error code 22, and it said character set 255 is not a compliant character set for MySQL 5.7. And it was the failing statement was begin. That's it. And that's why the replication broke. Okay, what does it, why, and what does it mean? It means in MySQL 5.7, it couldn't recognize the UTF-8 MB4 from MySQL 8, which it was 255 instead of 45, which is the general character set of the UTF-8 MB4. Okay, this is the meaning. 33 means UTF-8 MB3 general CI, 45 means UTF-8 MB4 general CI, but 255 is a new embedded MySQL character set, which it was UTF-8 MB4 0900 AICI. We start chasing it. Of course, we chase the wrong things. We start chasing it to solve it in the MySQL side instead of checking anything on the application side. What did we try? In the server side, we said a skip character set. Init connect was set UTF-8 MB3. Change the character set for the server, UTF-8 MB3, UTF-8 MB4 as the general encoding. In the proxy SQL, we said the query rules set MySQL default character set to UTF-8, the collation to UTF-8 general, change the set name. Connection, when we did all of these changes in the proxy and the server side, we drained the pool from the proxy SQL. We forced the application to reopen all of the connection again. Replica run for a short amount of the time and crash again, stop working again with the same error. Okay, that we stopped and start thinking why none of them is working, why we cannot make it work. The skip character set operate during the TCP connection level. It didn't go to the proxy SQL to make sure we wrote in the rule of the proxy we made it's working, or it didn't apply the rule in the proxy SQL. The server honored because, the application was issuing the set name to the UTF-8 MB4 collate UTF-8 0900 every time it's connected. The server honored it because an authentication client is always allowed to change its session. Proxy passed through it because no rule matched the exact full form. The root cause. In older Java connector, the encoding of the UTF-8, it means for MySQL, it was UTF-8 MB3. In newer version of the connector, the encoding of UTF-8 was translated to the UTF-8 MB4, and we didn't know about it. When character encoding is presented, is resolve the character set first. Connection collation is then used only to select a collation within the character set. UTF-8 general CI belong to the UTF-8 3 incompatible with the UTF-8 MB4 character set. Everything drives back to the UTF-8 0900. That was the change in the application. We decided to delete the encoding and just keep the collation. When we drop the encoding of the UTF-8, it means connection was honoring the collation, which was UTF-8 MB3. And after that, everything worked. All of the 255, it's translated to 33, and we were able, there was no 255 anymore. Everything was set, client was 33, and 5.7 replica began applying transaction. It was one small change in application. Drop the encoding, that's it. It solved all of the problem that we had. Lesson learned. Connector remapped UTF-8 to UTF-8 MB4 silently. Character encoding override connection collation. The binary log is the only reliable single source of truth. Server-side overrides cannot stop an explicit set name. Segment bin-log analysis by database user was us instead of relying on application to do that, to find a problem. Protecting our rollback plan. What we did, we make sure only collation ID is in bin-log header. For using 8 inclusive data type or syntax, application is issuing set name with the 8 as a default, and proxy passing through unfiltered character set. Missing monitoring, it was all the things didn't work at that same time. How we keep the replication healthy? Connection collation equal UTF-8 general CI. No character encoding. In the server side, we changed the character set server to the UTF-8 MB3. Monitoring bin-log all the time for the client equal 255. Treat the replica healthy, make sure everything is nothing drop, and keep the 5.7 replica running for 2 to 4 weeks after post cutover to make sure always healthy for rollback. Thank you. That was me. It was, yeah, it was so fast. If you have any question, thank you. Yes, sir. That was the testing. That was we were testing and we were figuring it out. Now we were in the process of failover to 8 during the testing, and we want to make sure the rollback is valid, the rollback plan. Oh, no, we didn't test it in production, for sure. Yeah.
Why is there a use case? Just curious. Why do you need a rollback?
This use cases was for the Zoom business unit, and the Zoom has sub jobs running just once a week or something like that. We wanted to make sure we check everything during the testing. That's why we make sure it's running for 2 to 4 weeks.
I almost did this exact same thing, and I found the MP3 driver. And so far, we haven't had this, so it's very informative.
But I think it's really depend on the application.
I suppose.
Yeah. If the application set the encoding to the UTF-8, for sure it will exactly rechange the naming to the UTF-8 and before. Yeah. And this 255 is embedded with the MySQL 8. We couldn't even add that character set to MySQL 5.7.
Right, yeah.
No, yeah, that's the thing. Yes, sir.
So the application team upgraded their
Yes, yes.
that's actually the problem is not between
The connector upgraded and started working with MySQL 5.7 without any issue, because MySQL 5.7 translate the UTF-8 to the UTF-8 MB3. And even for that time, we were able to roll back to 5.6. But from 5.7 to 8, we couldn't roll back to 5.7. Yes, sir. Okay. Oh, you were first. Yes.
So,
No, not really. We were monitoring it for any break, and we tried to solve it, but we didn't deploy any guard rail or implement any guard rail for that. Yeah, we had the proxy SQL. We were monitoring the error all the time in the proxy. We will make sure everything is working with the application, but we didn't prevent it. We let it break and make sure we solve that problem.
one of the things we did was but that's not.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we didn't do that. We didn't do that. Yes.
you say defaults. Defaults are different than the collision of different defaults.
Yes. We can say it is based on a default set. Yes. But even we changed the default to UTF-8 MB3, it didn't work.
For example, the UDF
Yes, exactly.
never cross the default.
Exactly.
How long did it take?
Oh, it was me and one application owner, to be honest. We were working and we were doing the lab test all the time. And every time we said, oh, this time it was gonna work, this time it's gonna work, and it was breaking again. But at the end of the story, to be honest with you, we opened a case with the Percona team, and they told us, drop the encoding. Yeah, and when we dropped the encoding, everything worked. Yeah, they had a lab test, they tested it, everything, and they said, oh, just drop this one. That's,
So that's, if you go back a few slides to your, steps that you took in the
oh, the step
That.
with, yeah,
That's what we did, and it worked, but I think we're, because we're on an older version.
maybe, yeah. Oh, yes, yes, because after we finished the upgrade and we stopped the rollback, we said, okay, we know the application will work with the MySQL 8. We changed everything. We didn't change the encoding, but we changed in a server side and proxy SQL side, we changed everything to the UTF-8 and before. Yes. Yes.
I have a side question. So for you
It seems so. Yes, it has. It seems it has more character in it, or something like that. Yes. It,
there's
yeah.
also
Yes, but 0900 is above of the Unicode. If it was Unicode or general, we didn't have this problem. Just 0900 had this problem. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Okay, I think we are on time, or we have enough time? Oh, no, we have more time.
no defaults recently said that would it solve the
If the connection, yes, if the connection pooling from the application was coming to this MySQL without setting anything, we could have controlled it in the MySQL side. But because the connection pooling from the application was deciding what I'm gonna send it to the database, is caused the issue. We couldn't set it in the database.
And that was, because it's their, I think, it's because, so your initial connection is happening, and then the driver is saying, okay, set names, correlation equals.
Yeah.
After the fact, which you're not protecting against, why would you?
Yeah. Yes.
So,
Yes. That's true.
yeah, look.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Michael and Jennifer. Thank you. Thank you.